There are many pitches that don't get a deal on Shark Tank, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the road. These businesses became successful anyway. Number 1. The lip bar. Beauty is a thriving industry, but it frequently has a negative side effect due to animal research and the use of animal products in manufacture. Lip Bar, a cruelty-free, vegan-friendly lipstick business manufactured from natural, plant-based materials, arose to address these issues. Melissa Butler's Lip Bar went on to reach a valuation of $7 million by 2022 after not hooking any sharks in Season 6, Episode 15, according to BizNewski, which, while far from the most successful Shark Tank presentation, is still an enviable position for most firms. Number 2. Chef Big Shake. Sean Davis's concept, like lip bars, arose from animal cruelty when his 10-year-old daughter opted to stop eating red meat after learning about the treatment of animals in the process. As a result, Davis created a shrimp burger, Big Shake, which was pitched and rejected on the first episode of Shark Tank's highly popular Season 2, went on to become a brand in its own right, with Davis going on to establish his own network of restaurants in Tennessee. According to a Delish story, he saw his sales increase from $30,000 to $5 million in the year after his appearance. Number 3. Coffee Meets Bagel. In Season 6, Episode 11, one of Shark Tank's finest sharks, Mark Cuban, proposed to acquire Coffee Meets Bagel, a dating service outright from sisters Sue, Dawoon, and Arum Kang for $30 million. What could be crazier? They rejected him down because they didn't want to give up their business. As a result, they departed without an agreement. However, by 2019, the firm had raised $23 million in investment and was averaging over 250,000 downloads per month with 65 workers according to Forbes. Number 4. Xero Shoes. Footwear is a saturated industry, yet there are billions of potential customers. In Season 4, Episode 13, Steven Sashen and Lena Phoenix pitched Xero Shoes, which promised to deliver the benefits of shoe protection while providing the user the sense of jogging barefoot. However, the $800,000 in sales was insufficient to convince the sharks. Xero Shoes, on the other hand, was far from finished, rising to a corporate worth of $30 million by 2019, according to Forbes, and extending the collection to include boots and sandals. Number 5. Books. As the flower delivery from books demonstrated to viewers, an eco-friendly business strategy helps not only the earth but also the business itself. In Season 5, Episode 26, John Tabis expressed his desire that his company will stand out for its emphasis on sustainability and offering farm-fresh flowers that aren't gathered until they are purchased. While the sharks did not bite, other investors did, and the firm raised $43 million according to Forbes, after using the service for his wedding. Shark Tank's Robert Herjavec made the transaction as part of that group. Books had $30 million in revenue in 2019 with 85 workers. Number 6. Copa di Vino. It's one thing to walk away from a negotiation once, but twice? That's exactly what James Martin accomplished in his appearance in Season 2 and 4. In the first, he rejected Kevin O'Leary's plan for a patent emphasis, and in the second, he managed to be left with just O'Leary once more. Martin realized he had something special when he returned to the event with $5 million in sales. and it's evident that his company was only getting started. By 2019, Forbes claimed that it had generated nearly $67 million in income, making it one of the most lucrative no deals in the show's history. Number 7. Hammer and Nails. The term saloon may have an incorrect connection with women and women exclusively, but Hammer and Nails creator Michael Elliott intended to change that by opening a salon geared towards guys. Elliott's involvement in the first episode of season 6 didn't land him a contract, despite the fact that the firm was already valued at roughly $1 million at the time. Only 3 years later, in 2017, the firm was valued at $100 million, indicating Elliott understood precisely where the clients were according to Go banking rates. Number 8. Kodiak Cakes. Joel Clark's family had been making pancake mix since he was a youngster, but he turned it into a company in 2014. In only a few months, he was in the tank alongside business partner Cameron Smith in season 5, episode 28. His offer to the Sharks was $500,000 for a 10% interest in the firm, but there were no takers. The two appeared to justify the value by anticipating the firm would achieve $20 million in sales within 4 years. However, they miscalculated, with the firm surpassing $100 million in revenue by 2018. Number 9. Doorbot. When Jamie Simonov's invention first came on the program in season 5, it was dubbed Doorbot. But none of the Sharks were interested because the concept was still in its early stages. Simonov, on the other hand, would take that rejection to the bank, continuing to grow the business, rebranding it Ring, and in 2018, the company was purchased by Amazon for around $1 billion according to CNBC, making it the most successful Shark Tank rejection ever, and Simonov actually returning as a guest shark on Shark Tank. Number 10. Sell helmets. Even billionaires drop their phones sometimes. To avoid the problem of smashed phone screens, David Artuso and Mike Kane came up with an idea for a tougher phone case as well as a guaranteed repair or replacement if the phone broke while within it. Unfortunately, the Sharks weren't biting, predicting that bigger companies with larger budgets would pounce on the idea as soon as Sell Helmet became big. It didn't take long for the investors to scatter. But upon arriving home, the two founders immediately discovered that their inbox was filled with offers from other investors. These days, Sell Helmet can be purchased at over 3,000 wireless stores across the US.